Day 4.
Day 4.
Day 4. We've done so many actions the previous day. What possibly could be left for us? We're
6
stuck
more
without
actions.
money. We're about to be homeless. The fuck else do you want from us, game?
6 actions, that's what.
There is a knocking at your front door. It is not a friendly knocking. The golden light is vaporized by the "you are about to have to talk to someone at 9 a.m. adrenaline rush."
I knew it. A 3rd visitor. I'm so smart. Pat yourself on the back. Tomorrow I predict a 4th.
Oh, we're getting a 4th one tomorrow, or are you not going to push your luck?
I predict a 4th.
Okay.
Good call. Always keep betting. Never back out. That's how you win big.
One was hoping for a lion tonight. Yesterday evening was rather tiring. Having to keep quiet for more than a few seconds is tiring for you, is it? That explains a lot.
Oh, she wasn't quiet last night. Wine. You almost should go look at the sky more often, huh?
Well, hey now, don't tell those two about what happened last night. My honor is at stake.
No honoring. What happened last night? Fucking hell.
Knock, knock. Endless knocking. This is just how you're going to wake up every morning now, it seems.
Time to get dressed and go downstairs and open the front door. Hello. You seen my sheep?
Oh, hey, weapon. In a somewhat surprising twist, the world's least sociable shepherd has decided to come speak to you. Or speak at you, at least.
Good morning to you, too. Do a gay little wave. I said, you seen my sheep. It was a question.
I think they're missing a sheep. Thanks, Orb.
Probably hopped over the fence in search of a snack and got herself lost in the woods, the silly thing. You happen to see her, you let me know, Is this a quest? A quest? No, I'm just asking you to tell me if you see any escaped sheep around anywhere. Hardly a Grecian epic, is it? I fully intend to make it one. I shall track down this stray beast. Fine, I won't stop you.
Well, at least now we have something to do today, in addition to going to the chemist to be told we don't have enough money to get...
Quest, huh? Fuck me, you got my latent dame most chivalrous instincts going. Which I guess makes the sheep my lady most lovely.
I think you'll find I am your lady most lovely, nasty girl. Not some wool-brained beastie.
Oh, you're mine, huh? To think you were acting oh so bashful about the two of us just a few moments ago.
Oh! Kill yourself, you fiend! Ignoring nasty girl and lovely lady's weird sexual tension for a moment, we should probably find out a little about this sheep before we go blindly gallivanting off in search of it. You pull out your trusty notebook, drop it on the floor, pick it back up, and flip it open.
Does your escaped sheep have a name? Her name's Parsnip. Jot Parsnip down in your notes. And does Parsnip have a surname? She's a sheep. Don't worry, friend. She has one now. Jot Parsnip Parsnippy down in your notebook.
The writing in this game is so goddamn good. The weapon watches you jot down the phrase, Parsnip Parsnippy. Their eye narrows. They regret knocking on your door. The weapon sniffs the air. A queer miasma in the air. Probably you.
Has your escaped sheep ever been an escaped sheep before? Huh? Has Parsnip ever escaped before? No, she's always been too dim. Probably fell out of the field by accident, that one. Her sister Carrot has a few times, though. Scuffled her way under the fence, found her a day later wandering around the edge of the woods.
Okay, so woods is a good place to check.
Does Parsnip have any special skills? I, strong nose and stronger still taste for estramos. Was thinking about training her for some of those sheep shows they do now, but the boss said 'twas a waste of time.
Estramos grows quite commonly in the woods here, and across Anglia more broadly. It's not edible on its own, but some very talented botanists use it to create moonshine estrogen. Sheep like to gnaw on it, though. It tastes sweet to them. Some farmers use sheep to hunt for it, similar to truffles. Truggles! Yin yam!
When did you last see Parsnip? Last night, put all the sheep to bed, tucked them in.
Despite what their complete absence of a facial expression might suggest, that was them attempting a joke.
Must have escaped during the night, maybe early morning. Very early morning. I'm usually at my station by about 4 a.m.
Okay. You can count the number of times you've willingly gotten out of bed before 6 a.m. on one hand. Station. They call it that. Their eyeball may have left them, but their training didn't.
What should I do when I find her? Just call her over, maybe lure her in with some food. She'll follow you home. Sheep don't like being lost any more than you do.
Okay. So maybe having some food.
Is there a bounty on Parsnip's head? Lean in and whisper, I'm asking if you'll give me money. I'll pay a finder's fee, assuming you find her, that is.
Here's a chance. Good at something, always charge what your labor is owed.
Am I good at finding sheep?
Fuck if I know, but you should set your price now anyway.
I love that the options are 10 trillion or 35 and below.
Well, we're not making rent, but you know what? This will at least maybe pay for our oestradiol.
35 pounds is my going rate for sheep snatching. Hold out your hand to make a deal.
The weapon hesitates for a moment. They squint at you, searching your soul. Snipers can see those.
Deal.
They shake your limp-wristed little hand.
Make a handy lady out of you yet, Ghost. We'll fix so many boilers together.
We don't need training to do that?
Fuck no. Plumbing's easy. It's like fucking those toys you give kids with the beads on the wires to keep them busy at the doctor's, isn't it?
It is not like that. Ravensbridge Manor had a room-sized one of those when I was a little girl. Oh, how I long for those halcyon days.
That's all I need to know. My quest begins at once. I swear this to thee. I shalt not return to thy field till Parsnip lieth in mine hands. The
weapon turns and wanders off, apparently unimpressed by your commitment to making this a quest. They soon disappear down the lane, leaving you cold and alone at your door. Oh, how exciting!
Finally, a quest worthy of Dame Most Chivalrous. Awoo!
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 A quest, we! The one who tickled you while you tried not to smile is Day 4's title. Would I like to save the game? Yes, I would. Oh, right, we're rotating now.
Yep.
6. 6? I'm glad you can tell. I sure as heck can't. All right. Oh, we missed something. That Pride Parade is today, if you're interested. Probably going to be a lot of people there. Maybe some you know. Well, we need to get paid, right? One way or another.
We could go to the woods.
Is this just going back to... Show in the woods? Probably, maybe. Psst, 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 psst. What's this?
Also the
Cryptids.
woods.
In a slightly scared way. All right. Well, let's see.
What is that red and yellow one?
I believe that's
Is
the
that
Pride
the Pride
Parade.
Parade? Yep. Be proud in a vague and unspecified way. Sponsored by the Dandelion and Burdock
Maybe we should hit the
Corporation.
parade first and see if we can get some free food. Do we have an inventory?
Yes.
Not gonna hit the exit button there again.
Items.
All right, and we used all this stuff. Cool. Wow, the article we never got to turn in. If I had thought a little bit more, I'm still annoyed about that. My use of our time was not efficient. We want to go to the Pride Parade?
Sure.
And do we want to check how much our stuff... We only have 2 pounds.
Come to think of it, though. Oh, but it's going to take an action is the thing. Because I'm like, well, what if it's NHS and the whole process sucks shit, but you don't get charged at the end? What if it's like that?
Here's what I'm thinking.
Like, what if we're worried for nothing because of our American background and we assume that hormones are going to cost $1 billion?
I guess. I just know from the achievement that there's also an achievement for successfily stealing our prescription from.
True. So it probably does
Either way,
cost.
I feel like we should at least get that done.
But don't we
To
need
find...
money in order to do it?
Yeah.
In which case...
All right. Well, we want to go there after we successfully find the sheep.
Yeah.
We have 6 actions, right? All right. So even if we have to double back, as long as we keep ourselves to those things, let's go parade. Maybe we can get some free food. Go find sheep. Get paid for finding sheep. Then go get script.
Let's try it.
Let's go be proud in a vague and unspecified way. Sponsored by the Dandelion and Burdock Corporation. A column of floats rolls through the high street. It's the last days of the war. The 3rd Armored Division breaking the cobbles of the Kaiserstrasse. Kaiserstrasse. Fruity edition. I'd apologize for my Americanness in these pronunciations, but nah. You watch for a few minutes. A float proudly displaying a huge statue of Wazok the War Sheep passes by. She's not particularly related to Pride, but people do seem very proud of her. So you join them in taking off your hat and crying as she passes by. A group of police march past, then the detachment from the local Labor Party. The keeper of the Gate of Venus waves a flag advertising a private HRT clinic. Some guys in leather walk past but are quickly followed up by an automobile advertising a service that replaces your lawn with a fake no cutting required asbestos garden. It is unclear if this automobile is part of the parade or merely lost. Despite the rather lacking procession, the crowd itself is in good spirits. People cheer, laugh, hug. Some wave weirdly complicated pride flags. That's not the actual pride flag. That's the flag of Königsreich Juggalo Slawine. I'm going with mine. I'm going
Juggalo-Slavia.
Königsreich Jugogoslawin. Slawine?
Probably Slavian.
Slavin?
Yeah.
Jugogoslavin.
And probably Yugoslavin.
Jugogoslavin. Königsreich Jugogoslavin. There we go.
I liked Juggalo-Slavia a lot better,
I
though.
liked mine better too, yeah. There's currently a shortage of yellow fabric, so the factory producing pride flags just seems to be substituting orders with their curiously large backlog of Königsreich's Jugoslavian heraldry.
That's horrible. How can I celebrate Pride without being able to point at an arbitrarily chosen symbol and ascribe strict meanings to its many components?
Well, you can do that with this flag if you want. What do you want to know?
What's the lightning-shaped thing?
Oh no, it's
It's vexillology o'clock and heraldry o'clock at the same time. I've been activated.
The symbol of Bosnia.
Bosnia? I hardly know her. Hey!
Is that a wheel?
Ah, that represents Trista, the only surviving elector prince of the Holy Roman Empire. Contractually, they are not allowed to become emperor themselves, and as such traditionally elect a cool rock to the position of emperor every few years.
Only a little bit sillier than how the HRE, in fact, made its way in our history.
They're a semi-autonomous region within Koningsreich Yugoslavien. Koningsreich Yugoslavien, which means the Rock Emperor is the emperor of an empire that hasn't existed for nearly 1,000 years, elected by a region within a separate, lower-ranking kingdom.
Please explain the bird to me, Orb.
The Finch of Peace. It's the flag of Thrace, site of one of the worst war crimes in history. Not gonna explain that one? All right.
Is that a castle? Is that a shepherd? What's going on?
The shepherd is a religious figure in Central and Southeast Europa. A false prophet? Beliefs vary, but the generally accepted mythology believes that the divine once manifested itself on earth in the form of a shepherd. He wandered the mountains searching for strays, both of the sheep and the heathen variety, appearing suddenly at a pagan town to soothe their troubles, leaving them now in the light of the divine. Saint Dawnsight could beat him in a fight. It would be easy for her. In fact, many of the shepherd's believers claim they have seen the divine at the top of the tallest peaks. They're wrong, of course. What they're looking at is an optical illusion where one gazes upon their own shadow, ringed with sunlight, on the fog ahead of them. You silly creatures are so easily fooled.
I'm actually very difficult to fool.
Either way, this phenomena is probably what sparked the stories of the divine shepherd in the first place.
Tell me more. I'd like to know more about this subject.
Of course you would. Some tales involve a traveler woman named Mihaila. She was lost in the woods long after the Italians executed the shepherd, but he appeared to guide her still. He had her cast off her jewelry and led her home. As thanks, she dedicated her life to spreading his glory. There are two interpretations of this legend. Either wealth is fleeting, or travelers are heathens who have to be converted or killed.
Is that a bird monster? Please tell me about the bird monster.
The two-headed eagle of Serbia. One head looks west to Brennenburg and gloats. One head looks towards Muscovy and gloats.
What does the text mean?
Ha 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 ha, Serbia #1. Or words to that effect.
That is basically what that looks like it says. I can see the ha 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 for sure.
Yeah, it's very good.
There's a stick with a loop at the top.
What number are we on now?
6.
We're on number 6. You're right. Squeak, squeak. How exciting.
We like stick.
We like stick.
We like stick.
We like stick. Do you weirdos want an explanation or not?
We like stick.
We like stick.
We like stick. I love all of the asides that are just... Nah, we're memeing now.
What are the shields?
Not even going to go back and try to figure it out.
We can try.
Those are shields. They're just sort of there.
Is that a town? What town is that?
The free city of Pristina. It's actually very expensive.
Lol. Good one, Orb.
What? No, I was being serious. It has a high cost of living due to the number of socioeconomic factors you wouldn't understand.
I'll be honest, ladies, I have no idea what that thing on the bottom is.
My number pad finally stopped working. I don't know why. That's the smaller two-headed eagle of Montenegro. One head looks east to Serbia and complains about how it hates drinking seawater. The other head looks west to the sea and takes a big sip anyway. The historical records refuse to elaborate.
What's with the knife?
Cool, innit?
So scary and yet so alluring.
Thus is the beauty of the knife. The knowledge that another girl holds your life in her hands. The feeling of cold steel against your throat. The romance of gifting a girl a drop of your own blood. Yes, truly the thinking girl's kink.
Huh. Anyhow, that's the heraldry of Ljubljana Zagreb. Königsreich Yugoslavien is annexed from Brandenburg in the closing days of the Great War. No one really cared enough to make them give it back.
Thanks for telling me all about the flag, Orb.
You are welcome. All right, what are we doing here?
Okay, we're not doing two, but I'm reading it. I think I'm going to go proselytize to people about how they should be using the Yugoslavian flag from the 18th century, since the new one was designed by someone who thinks Balklander is a blanket term. But actually, we're going to pick one. What does the real pride flag look like? I want to know if I feel represented by it or not.
Yellow background, red box. There is a lion in the middle.
So inexplicably, Scotland? Like this was the Scottish heraldry, right? It was the
Is it?
yellow sheet. Yeah. Let me find that.
Hold
Let me
on.
find that.
You figure that out.
I
you
swear this
flag
is.
knower. While I explain this from Nasty Girl here.
The lion represents homosexuality on account of him looking kind of faggy. The box represents the blood-soaked jail cell of society, which traps the faggy lion. The yellow background? That's all piss, ladies. It represents us, the transsexuals. Piss kink.
So it is just the arms of Scotland,
It's so very close to the arms of Scotland.
except with a cool spear.
Yeah,
So
that's
therefore, 100%
upsettingly
better.
close. You are right.
I like it's background in gold, double treasure, lion on it. It's Scottish, obviously.
Obvious.
Being gay
Don't
is
tread on
Scottish.
Scotland. Anyway, do we feel represented? Or I don't feel represented at all, or transsexuals are all perverts?
I feel so represented right now.
I don't. Horrible. It's an awesome pride flag. I want that. Oh, hello there.
Oh, hey, it's the sinner. I forget what voice I gave the sinner. Hello.
The sinner has suddenly appeared in front of you, as women as ghostly as her are apt to do. She is smoking as normal.
I have to say, Ghost, but since you failed to turn up, I assumed perhaps you died.
No, just having a bad... We attempted to do a job and then didn't.
Okay, the background, Dandelion and Burdock wish you a fruity pride.
No, not yet.
That's my line.
Oh, right.
No, not yet. How about you?
She scoffs.
Sadly, I linger on still.
She was genuinely hurt when you didn't show up to see her, but she's trying to play it off as no big deal. The sinner nods towards the parade.
Feeling proud, Ghost?
I think we gotta.
We got a what? We got.
Which one are you picking?
I don't know, but it seems like you had a strong opinion about one, and I don't know which one you mean.
At least 80%.
You're right. I think so, yes. At least 80%.
Hey!
Title drop.
The fun thing about picking a really common percentage for the name of your channel is that you can just find easy jokes like this whenever you do a thing. Yep.
Oddly specific. What's got you feeling so?
A great honk interrupts the sinner. A parade float pulled along by a truck passes by. She leaps into action.
You fuckers, eat shit.
She hurls the bottle at the Dandelion and Burdock Corporation's parade float. It smashes against the road, and no one even seems to notice it was launched in the first place.
Ah, well, nevertheless. That seemed a little bit mean. I'm sure the Dandelion and Burdock Corporation has our best interests in mind. You think? Silly girl.
Just last week, they hired fascist paramilitaries to shoot over 50 local tribesmen who'd been settling near one of their Suez Canal warehouses.
Oh, well, that's me told.
Uh-huh. The sinner scowls.
You don't look very proud right now. Is the parade not making you feel proud? I could ask them to try harder if you want. This isn't my usual scene. It's far too corporate, isn't it? Still, I was bored, and I thought it might be fun to shout at people for a bit.
It always is fun to shout at people for a bit. As if summoned by the promise of being shouted at, a small man has appeared in front of you.
Here you go, ladies, 2 Dandelion and Burdock Corporation Pride pens, courtesy of the Dandelion and Burdock Corporation. Proud to share a glass.
Before he can finish saying, glass with the homosexuals, the sinner socks him in the face.
Fascist. Youch! Wowzers! You've got quite the punch, little lady. Tell me, have you ever wanted to buy some genuine, bona fide knuckle dusters?
They're made of dry pasta.
I already have some. Don't make me show you them.
No, she doesn't. Orb, you don't have to explain it when someone's just posturing to have to win a conversation. We get it.
Oh. I see. Well, pleasure doing business with the two of you.
He scuttles away, sideways, like a crab.
I fucking hate pride parades. Why did I come here? I've got shit to do. What kind of shit? What else? The search. Absolution.
She storms off, leaving you behind.
I can't find it in any of the bookstores here yet. I've read the other 3.
No, I got it. I heard there was a 4th one. She hurt her hand and is trying to cover up the fact that she wants to cry over how bad it hurts by simply leaving as fast as possible. Well, dang. I'm also noticing how many things, they weren't kidding. You can't see everything in one go-round in this game. So if you haven't gotten it in your head yet, get this game yourself and go try out some of the stuff we haven't tried.
Immediately. Do it right now.
Don't even finish the episode. But right after that, go down to the description where I left a link to where you can buy this game and then go buy it. Before you can recover from your encounter with the pale scepter, you walk straight into a woman holding a big sign.
Hello, nice to see you here. Do I know you? No, but I thought you looked bookish. Why haven't you visited the library?
The wind flutters against her. She smells of lavender. L'eau de bibliothèque. Methinks she's a librarian.
What's libraries?
We have books from basically every genre, from slop like The Lovely Lady Handbook to genre-changing fiction like Sous le Caron Noir ou Meurtre d'Épinayes. I cannot speak French.
Yeah, you got it about as good as I did.
I didn't realize Blue Hills had a library. I was never offered the chance to go there. Do you only do what you're offered? Never do you seek out knowledge and new experiences of your own volition? curious. Look, I was really excited to write The Librarian and a bunch of books in the library. It was going to be this huge imperial building built after the Brennenburg inherited the Anglian throne, but before the revolution. A huge, beautiful building, but it was out of scope and this game's already 3 years late. I'm sorry. Anyway, I have to go advertise the library and my book group some more, it seems. See ya.
Well, thanks, Sleepy Game Dev. She disappears into the crowd. I want that pride flag.
The arms of Scotland?
But with a spear, and also it symbolizes a faggy lion covered in piss. Then, amongst the throng, the smell of engine oil and sweat, a recognizable silhouette, dark feathered wings, uncoiling from a mountain.
The shirt. I snack on good girls.
I like dyke or something in there in the
Bike dyke, probably.
Oh, bike dyke. That makes more sense than my version.
I thought it might be you. Sniffed you out in the crowd. You've got quite the recognizable mask.
Oh my. The Raven has dressed up pretty sharp today. She's a flutter with hankies, as unsuited as the word flutter is for her.
What's brought you here today, then? Turn and look at the fuck off massive parade behind you. Was that like a rhetorical question, or...
The Raven frowns. She doesn't know what rhetorical question means.
Huh? I'm going for a little walkies, ma'am. One of those, eh? I'm here to pick up girls, personally. Okay, not really. The nasty girl who lives in my head told me dykes would be spitting in my mouth here, but so far, no one has spat in my mouth, so I feel a bit let down.
Is that what we're going with?
Absolutely.
Without a moment's notice, the Raven spits at you.
Open wide.
Her saliva lands on your outstretched tongue with a wet plap. It's warm. Tastes of spit and chewing tobacco. The Raven smirks and ruffles your hair.
Well, enjoy your walk, Ghost. I'm gonna go find someone to fuck.
The Raven winks at you and wanders off.
You are slightly too weird and confusing for her to consider banging right now. A shame. Real fucking shame.
God damn. Get you a woman who spits in your mouth. Just gonna sit on that for a moment and then The parade does not get any more interesting as it nears its conclusion. It gets louder for sure, but not for any particular reason. But then, just as it seems it's about to fizzle out, you find where the parade has congregated. The area just outside the cathedral has been overtaken by it. A city center occupied by homosexuals. This must be what it's like to live in a naval port. Their hustle and bustle is almost overwhelming, but there are far too many sensations for a little lady like yourself to ignore.
Let's take a look at the stall selling stuffed animals.
The stall contains a large selection of toy animals. They are all quite cute, but 3 in particular catch your eye. Unfortunately, they're all too expensive for you, so you have to awkwardly avoid their seller's eye and duck the fuck out.
Let's find a bench to sit on.
The benches in the town center aren't very comfortable. They're designed so homeless people can't sleep on them. Horned people can't sit on them for too long without getting an ass ache. And all are covered in rust and bird shit. Having fun, Ghost?
No.
Oh, well, I suppose most of the crowd looks less lonely than you, don't they? I'm having an okay time, I suppose. I feel pretty proud of being an orb right now. It makes me happy seeing so many people enjoying each other's company. Strange. We'll muse on this later. I'd prefer not to think about it right now. Emotions still scare me. Let us move ever onwards. Get up.
Let's board now.
Don't want to buy?
Absolutely not.
Oh, because we actually would be able to get it. Oh, yeah, good point. Maybe next year's will be better? More refined. Wine and waiters, mayhap.
It'll bob. We'll be in our whore era by then. Just you follow my advice more often, Ghost.
It worked out really well this time.
It did. It did. We got a hot lady to spit in our mouth. And honestly, what more do you need at the end of the day? All right.
Well, time to hunt for sheep.
Time to go on a wild sheep chase. Hey! Murakami brain rot is real. God, I'm so excited there about his new book coming up.
Yeah?
Yeah, the one that's a sequel to the one time he wrote this cyberpunk book back, like, what is the name of it? I can't remember the name of it. Whatever. I'm looking forward to his next one. It's gonna be cool.
He wrote a cyberpunk thing?
Kinda, sorta. It's. I'll tell you about it later when I am not being recorded and can't remember the name of the thing I want to talk about.
I see.
Like some kind of casual. Parsnip the sheep is somewhere in the woods. Probably. Maybe.
Let's run around the woods going pss, 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 pss.
If Parsnip is anywhere, it's in the woods. All roads lead to them eventually. The woods are quiet. The woods are full of bird song and the rustling of trees. The woods are dirty. The woods are nice. The woods are calm. The woods are scary. The wood is 1,000,000 identical trees, 1,000,000,000,000 unique leaves. The woods are a place of contrasts. Can we ask Orb to
Yeah.
tell us? Yeah.
Orb, tell me about the woods.
The trees here are old. They have nested here longer than your species has lived, and they will long, long outlive you. Your kind are leaves. You grow beautiful and then wither and fall when autumn comes.
Wow, damn, I didn't ask you to neg me like that, Orb. Yikes.
Sorry. Thanks for negging us, Orb.
Let's sniff the air.
It says smell, not sniff. I just want to point that out. The air smells clean. Cleaner than the air on Daffodil Lane and far cleaner than the air in Blue Hills. It smells of wet, but in a good way.
Ah, this is nice. Do a gay little smile and reflect on the glory of nature, then get a little bit sad for some reason.
Cheer up, mon ami. I'm sad too. Nature is so beautiful. So transient. None of this will survive forever. None of it at all. This world teeters on the edge of so many Armageddons. There was never any hope for it and its creatures. I wish I could see more of it. In person, I mean.
Fuck me. Chin up, you pair of sad sacks.
Let's pick up a branch. Branch! Swing the branch about like it's a sword.
Woo!
Wee! Let's look at a tree. Any tree.
Mushrooms. Fungus. It clings to the tree like a cancer. The tree is no longer just a tree. It is its own ecosystem.
Let's be really quiet and listen to the bird song.
I notice you're skipping one.
Because I have some reason to believe it might be a non-standard game over.
Wait, what reason do you have to believe that?
We're running off into the woods to live as a feral animal.
I think it was a joke, but all right.
Okay, let's do it. Become a little scrungler and run off into the woods to live as a feral animal.
You scamper into the trees, squeaking, before tripping over a branch and landing on your stupid face.
Okay, done with that now. Done with that. Now I like civilization, having a cottage, running water, etc.
See, aren't you glad we...
Let's be really quiet and listen to the bird song.
Your breathing quiets. The woods come to life. The trees flock with birds, and each has its own song. You do not hear this in the city, nor on your lane, for the fields offer little comfort for birds. The woods are different. In the woods you can hear them. They're beautiful. A tear forms in your eye. I can understand them all. They're all so precious. So perfect.
Tweet, tweet, tweet. Bored. Let's go ask the holes.
How do you ask the holes? You put the ass in the hole? Is it like a recursive? Like, the ass goes in its own hole, which then goes... Oh, no.
Parsnip, are you there?
Your voice echoes through the trees and eventually disappears into the breeze. There's no reply. You wander, basically aimlessly, through the woods for some time before you stumble upon it. A cave. A cave that is, curiously, locked off by a metal gate.
Let's approach the cave.
No entry, danger to life and limb. The cave is considerably spookier up close. A signpost welded to the gate barring your entry reads thus: No entry. Danger to life and limb.
Or, do I have limbs? Should I be worried?
You have limbs. Yes.
No. No!
That is normal for rodents. Oh, thank you. Fuck off, Nightmare. Personally, I'd rather not risk life or limb in the aid of a silly little sheep, but I suppose I'll just be ignored as normal.
Someone talk? Oh, must have been the wind, huh?
It was me. Don't ignore me so on purpose. How cruel and evil. Squeak, squeak.
Let's rattle the gate.
The gate rattles.
Yep, that's a gate, all right. Anyway, let's make like NKVD finding the Tsar's hideout and bust this fucker down.
What? What? That's illegal. This is council property, not to mention it's dangerous. Didn't you read the sign?
Read? I'd rather fucking eat my own shit.
It isn't council property. You won't become a fugitive by breaking in. In fact, the only criminal here is whoever wants us to think it isn't. It's not dangerous either, not really, if you don't wander too far. Goodness, I'm scared to go inside. It's dark and slimy, there might be creatures.
So what? I have creatures crawling around in my hair already. What difference is a fucking centipedal gonna make?
Ah! The gate is no longer rattling because you are not intentionally rattling it anymore.
Let's inspect it.
But it's locked. How would the sheep have gotten in there?
Maybe the sheep got in before it was locked.
Some morning dew still clings to its bars. The chill from the cave seems to blow outwards. Your whiskers shiver. You run your hand across the metal. Slightly rusted. It's rough to the touch. The fur on your hand is tinted bronze.
Let's not give our hand a lick. And let's bash the lock off the gate with our hammer.
Clang! The gate swings open. The padlock is flung into the cave, and thuds against a rock.
Fantastic.
Hold on 1 second here. Can I drop a hot save?
Is it in the other...
Did we never figure out how to actually save this game manually?
Yeah, it seems we didn't.
So we'd have to go back from the beginning of the scene, huh? If we wanted to... I just want you to know I thought about it for longer than was maybe healthy, okay?
Wow.
Yippee! Oh, Ghost, how strong you are! It's enough to make a lovely lady swoon.
Hell yeah! Awoo!
Awoo! Head into the cave. Your awooing echoing from the walls.
The cave is dark, as they tend to be, but your spend too much time sleeping eyes are quickly able to adjust to it. It is quiet, but not silent. Distantly, there is water, and closer, there is scuffling.
That's... Hello?
Your voice echoes through the cave. The scuffling stops for just a moment, and then continues. Lime green moss clings to the cave walls. Estra moss. It's like crawling through a furry intestine. A few pieces are missing here and there. Oh! Maybe there's another entrance. If there's water running through it, right? Then the sheep probably followed a river inside.
That could be.
Okay.
Let's grab a bit and eat it. Yum.
It doesn't work like that. Sorry, Ghost. Bite marks. You turn a corner, and as you do, something drops from the ceiling. It lands on your head. A bit of pee comes out.
We're not selecting one, but we gotta read it. Ignore it as hard as you can. Tense your brain really hard so you can get a comforting, distracting migraine.
Son of a bitch.
Let's brush it out of our hair.
Thanks, bats. You brush it out of your hair. And when you look at your hand, you look into the eyes of a little spider.
Fuck! 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 Kill it! Fuck! Fuck!
Ha ha ha, this bitch scared of bug. Give the spider a little kiss and then shake it off of you.
Fuck you! Fuck you! Die! Die!
Titter, titter.
Well,
Oh. Look, can we all just hold it together for a few more moments, okay? There's a corner up ahead. Go around it. I sense something close. By which I mean the scuffling is mere meters away. Turn the corner. Hey! You turn the corner and are surprised by 4 things. 1. The cave has been turned into a makeshift storage and living space. 2. The room is littered in plundered packets of genuine survival rations, nutrient powder, nutrient content 100%. 4. There's Creature. She's covered in dust, with papery packaging tangled up in her wool. She looks like this is the best day of her life. Sheepy! Bah! Wait, what was number 3? What was number 3?
we don't know what number 3 was. Let's look at the sheep.
Oh, wait, hold on. The strange bunker and or sheep dining room sits before you. A shaft of light pierces through the ceiling. There is a route to the surface, but it has been covered by a gate. So wait, if there's not... Okay, so then did someone trap that sheep here?
Or it wandered in when it was open and then someone closed it. Let's look at the sheep.
This is Parsnip.
Bah!
Meh. Parsnip vacantly blinks at you before returning to her snack. She must have found another way in. She was led here by the smell of estramos, but when she arrived, it was the other food that got the attention of her belly.
Parsnip the sheep looks up at you. She looks really proud of her work.
Pet her head. Good sheep, what a hungry girl you are.
Bah.
Parsnip licks her hand and then returns to snacking on some nutrient powder.
Let's look around the room.
Someone planned, or plans, to live here for a long, long time. It wouldn't be comfortable, nor would it really work long term. It's the aesthetics of a survival bunker, not an actual survival bunker. A hidden room to make someone feel less scared. A nightlight. A comfort blankie. A drunkard's flask.
The weapon. They built this place for the end. For after the end.
Let's pick up a packet of genuine survival rations, nutrient powder, nutrient content 100%.
The packet has been chewed open. A grim mixture of dusty beige powder and sheep saliva clings to it, but it has for the most part been devoured.
This is powdered milk mixed with flour, crab chitin, sawdust, and asbestos. It has about as much nutritional value as eating cobalt-60. Or paper. It varies from packet to packet.
Yum! Love me some paper.
Indeed, when Poppy fed me some of his tax returns, it was rather yummy. I wish I had been able to savor it, but he was ever so insistent that I finish my meal before the tax officer visited.
What was your favorite color of paper to eat as a child?
I didn't have paper eating. That wasn't my thing.
Did you?
Absolutely.
What color was it?
I believe that I eventually determined that it didn't matter which.
Like, part of me could believe there were different flavors to different, coloration materials. But then the other part of me is like, there's no way you'd notice.
Yep.
And the other part of me is like, you're talking about eating paper right now.
Yum.
Maybe relitigate some of your life choices.
A bit of the nutrient powder sticks to your finger. It feels a bit like corn flour. Bad and evil.
Let's don't take a lick, even though you really want to.
Such restraint. You're a real fucking nun, Ghost.
I guess let's move on.
Can we get a fucking move on? This cave's such big shit and it's full of fucking crawlies. Fuck you.
Quite. I think it's high time we we head home victorious.
Do the hand gesture at Parsnip. Come on, Parsnip. Pick a clump of estramos off the wall and use it to lure her home.
Meh.
Parsnip follows you eagerly, distracted from the huge amount of estramos available inside the cave by the small clump you've taken with you.
Fuck me, lads. Looks like we succeeded at our quest. Fucking ace.
Fucking ace. Awoo! Head back to the weapon with a great big smug look on your face.
Hopefully we don't have to mention that we broke their bunker. It's gonna take more than that if you think you can bust my bunker.
The weapon's chewing straw drops out of their agape mouth as they see you approach. Parsnip at your side.
You found her?
Oh.
She
Shit.
was in your cave eating estramos and something called nutrient powder. What a charmed life.
Meh.
My cave?
They squint. There's something behind your vacant little eyes. A smidge of smug, otherworldly color.
Again, you are full of surprises, little rat. Smarter than you let on.
They sigh.
Attracted to the estramos in my bunker. I was thinking of scraping it all off the walls and throwing it away, you know? Don't want that stuff near me, but I stayed my hand. There are folks who might need it, you know? After the end, if anyone other than me makes it. Are you not going to elaborate on the bunker?
A brief silence. The weapon is visibly irritated with themselves for giving you this in. They sigh.
'Tis nothing untoward about having a bunker, little lady. We should all be prepared.
They rifle through their pocket and pull out some coins.
For your trouble.
Yippee! I can buy so many sweeties now. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
The wind whistles. This conversation should be over. The weapon should be telling you to clear off, but they don't. Oh shit, wrong voice. The weapon glowers at you. It's a good glower in a sense. They don't hate you, so much as they really, really hate that they've gotten to quite like you.
Tell me, would you like to come inside and have a cup of tea?
They have not socialized in a long, long time. They never really did, to be honest. Bah.
Not you, back in the field. Go on, off with you, troublemaker.
Parsnip toddles away into the field and is welcomed back to the flock by a chorus of baas. The weapon turns back to you.
Well?
Let's see.
It's
We'll have time to go to the chemist after.
Yeah, and it's the first time we've had like one of these social link go things
Social link, go!
get to this point. So yeah, we're gonna do it. I love tea. Yes, please.
Okay then. Only quick mind. These sheep aren't going to watch themselves.
That's kind of sweet.
Made friends with a prepper. Rescued
A
a
war
sheep
vet
from a
prepper.
doomsday bunker.
Yep. We succeeded a little bit, and I feel good about that.
Yeah.
The weapon leads you to their cottage. It's only a short distance from yours, somewhere between shouting distance and sniffing distance. After fumbling about on the kitchen for a few minutes, the weapon hands you a small china cup full of bitter black tea. It burns your little hands, and so you put it down on the tea table. That's what the tea table is for, so this is normal.
Would you like to play a board game?
A board game? I know those. Which one are we doing?
A board game.
A game. Arbeiter und Wirtschaft, zweite Auflage. Got a hold of it during the war. Dug it out of the rubble. It's quite good. No one makes board games quite like the Brennenburgers do. Curse them.
Curse them.
I am begrudgingly willing to admit that they make superior board games to the drivel we get here, but that hardly forgives them for their past sins. Anyway, I can get it out if you want.
Let's play. Wee! I love games. Squeak, squeak.
The weapon disappears into another room. The sound of shuffling from the other room. A creaky pipe below. Outside, sheep bleat and bleat and bleat.
Let's look around the weapon's living room.
It's a minimalist place, not in the modern, stylish sense, but in the weapon basically doesn't own anything sense. An old photograph album and a crossword book sit on the coffee table. Jesus, how can I not say that word? The weapon got 6 down, liquidation, but somehow not 2 across. Ice cream. More attention has been paid to a worn atlas, which has been annotated. The weapon has crossed off half the kingdom of Scandinavia and replaced it with something called the Free State of Svenland. There's a pill on the floor. It must have been dropped at some point.
Testosterol.
Let's ignore that.
I used the powder on my knob to make sure it stayed big.
I got surgery to make mine smaller. Wait, so you kept it, but you made it...
Absolutely.
It was just too massive. How am I supposed to have a cute, tiny little girl dick if it's so massive? It was like a third leg.
Woe is me. Take pity on me and my monster dog.
Hey, it's Phil from the Small Wiener Club.
Anyway, let's look at the photograph album.
The album is sparse. a few pre-war photograph of a farm, a shorter, softer weapon, and a blur that you assume is their father. It's a little hard to tell. The figure seems to have moved while the photograph was taken. Every single time a photograph was taken. Some photographs of the weapon in the trenches at various Frankish towns. In all but one photograph, a tall, cheeky-looking rabbit is using their fingers to give the weapon rabbit ears. In one photo, the weapon is giving the rabbit ears instead, her own ears having been swapped out for bandaged stumps and a scowl. The following 74 photographs are of sheep. You assume different ones. Each one is labeled with a name. Look, there's Parsnip.
That's
Smells of sheep, and yeast. The weapon bakes their own bread. They do not have many interests, but baking is one of them. They were inspired by a baker who brought the most wonderful bread they had ever tasted to the front. 5 years in the mud eating biscuits and processed tuna was worth it for those occasional loaves.
Are you okay in there?
I am. I'm just looking for the board game is all.
Their voice sounds a little shaky. The sound of shuffling intensifies.
Well,
Guess we'll never know.
Sit and wait patiently then.
The weapon returns, board game in tow. They drop the box on the table with a heavy thump, spitting up a plume of dust.
Sorry, it took me a while to find amongst all my possessions.
They open it up and begin unpacking various small wooden pieces and a huge, rather tatty board. They set the game up in silence, and then they speak.
Gendo posing over there.
Get up. Welcome to my cabin. Would you like to play a game? You find you can't get up anymore. You're chained to the table.
I love option 2 here. We gotta ask how to play first, but option 2. Yes, do you have a will? Because I'm going to obliterate your ass at Art Biter and Wood Shaft. Zwite a tissue. But actually, we should, yes, how do we play?
I think, well, because, you see, the 2 is number move on, so...
Okay.
Oh, I don't have to read this. Have fun.
Arbeiter und Wirtschaft zweite Auflage is a game split into turns. That is to say, we take turns. On our turn, we can gain resources for every Bevölkerungsmacher we own in our Volkszählung. We each start with 2 Bevölkerungsmarkers and 2 Korn. The resources are as follows. Korn, Holz, Eisen, and Geld. For example, if I had 3 Bevölkerungsmarkers, I could, on my turn, gain 3 Korn and 3 Holz and 3 Eisen and 3 Geld and add them to my Nationaler Vorrat. You may also choose to gain 1 additional resource of your choice per turn. On your turn, you may also choose to permanently spend 2 Korn to generate an additional Bevölkerungsmarker for your Volkszählung. If at any time you have less Geld or less Korn than you have Bevölkerungsmarkers, you must roll the dice. If the dice lands on an odd number, you are experiencing kommunistische Unruhen. If you draw a red Bevölkerungsmarker out of the Bevölkerung bag, you have allowed an ausländischer Kommunist into your Volkszählung and immediately enter kommunistische Unruhen. During kommunistische Unruhen, you lose 1 Bevölkerung per turn until you correct your ratio of Bevölkerung to Geld and Korn. You cannot win the game while experiencing the effects of kommunistische Unruhen. Holz serves no particular gameplay purpose but should not be neglected. Finally, on your turn, you can permanently remove 2 Bevölkerungsmarkers from your Volkszählung in exchange for 3 Eisen or Holz using the Zwangsarbeit rule. Let's start. You can go first.
Okay, That was crystal clear. What's the goal of the game? Huh? The goal of the game. What is it? How do I win?
They flip through the rulebook, eventually stopping on a page and reading it for several minutes.
You win by hitting the Alt key when in fact you were going for the space.
Stop it.
The first player to stabilize their inflation wins. You do this by collecting resources matching the wirtschaftliches Verhältnis. Wirtschaftliches Verhältnis, which is to say 1 Korn per Bevölkerungsmarke, plus 3 additional 1 Eisen for every 3 Korn, 1 Holz per Bevölkerungsmarke, and 1 Geld per our collective Bevölkerungsmarkers. Do we ever interact during the game?
No, why would we?
What a stupid question, they're thinking. Has this woman not played a continental game before? Okay, so you're going to need my help with this, obviously.
Please help me, Orb. I'm too stupid for this.
Wait, shit. I didn't think you'd actually take me up on that. I don't understand the rules. You're on your own, Ghost.
Yes, do you have a will? Because I'm going to obliterate your ass at Art Biter and Woodshaft. Zweit a tissue.
Huh?
No questions. Let's play.
Mm-hmm.
It is your turn. The
It
action you
turns to
take may
black
win the
letter
game
font.
or lose it.
I love that it turns to black letter font while you're taking game actions in the Continental
Yep.
game.
All right, what are we doing here?
Let's.
Carefully eat one of the pieces.
But first, let's buy resources.
All right. Select resources to buy.
Let's buy 1 Eisen.
The weapon silently plays their turn, and their moves hidden from view.
Your turn.
Let's sneakily eat one of the pieces.
Taste of wood and lead paint.
That's gonna be a tricky shit. Blood hell.
That's gonna be a tricky shit.
Let's spend 2 Korn and receive 1 Bevölkerungsmarke. Let's Zwangsarbeit.
Zwangsarbeit?
And that gets us Eisen, I think, right? Permanently remove 2 Bevölkerungsmarkers from your Volks. I can't read the
No,
fucking
the black letter is-
Fraktur. But let's remove in exchange for 3 Eisen and then end our turn.
The weapon silently plays their turn, their moves hidden from view. Oh, it's okay.
Let's skip our turn.
We can do other things again.
Let's skip our turn, though.
The weapon silently plays their turn, their moves hidden from view.
Is this just going to keep going forever?
I don't know.
Let's just buy some random shit. Let's keep this going for a couple turns, but I have no idea how
Okay.
this works. So let's buy a Gelt. Sure.
buy corn.
Sure. Can we continue to receive Bevölkerungsmarkers? How much corn do we have?
I see.
Well, we've spent all our corn. Sure, let's get some Holtz.
Can't wait to ruin our one friendship.
Is this just going to keep going indefinitely? Is that our only way forward?
I think so. What happens if we just skip our turn again? We can't click it till you say it.
Let's skip our turn.
Okay.
Let's skip our turn. Oh, good. We didn't have to flip the board.
I win.
They begin packing the game back up.
Oh,
Mm-hmm.
Good game, though. Ask them if they enjoyed the game.
did you enjoy the game?
Immensely, yes.
Their excitement sounds how beige wallpaper looks. They meant that completely genuinely. I completely understand that. Like having the time of your life doing something and your face is just dead serious. And afterwards someone's like, did you enjoy that? And you're like, yes, of course I enjoyed that. I got to do something that's very fun for me mentally and didn't have to outwardly express that to anyone but myself. A silence lingers like the radiation dribbling from a chunk of decaying plutonium. The weapon coughs into their elbow. There's a knock at the door. Your "it must be morning" panic response is briefly activated, but you quickly realize that it is not morning, and this is not a guest intended for you.
Wonder who that is.
They don't get many guests. Any knock on the door is tainted with a slight fear. Is this the military police? The weapon stands up and heads to the front door. I guess we follow.
Yeah.
The weapon opens the door, and it's a guy?
Hello. You know, I was in the neighborhood and I thought, why don't I pay a visit to my good friend? Perhaps they're on the market for more genuine survival rations, nutrient powder, nutrient content 100%. You weren't by your field, and so I thought I'd find you here. Oh yes. I am actually in the market for a lot of it, in fact. Bloody sheep ate all my supplies. I'll be needing to accrue my stockpile all over again. Of course, anything for a proud member of the Silly Sheep Club.
Look at the weapon. Ooh la la, good for you.
Right, I'm assured they're the only investment guaranteed to retain value in the event the Greater War breaks out.
The weapon looks back to the genuine survival rations salesman, who has produced a big bag of genuine survival rations from a wheelbarrow he's keeping out of frame so the artist doesn't have to draw it.
The same good stuff you always buy, and still as genuine as ever. Oh yes.
Are you... Am I hearing a little bit of this voice in there?
I don't know.
The bag splits from its own weight. A plume of flour, crab chitin, sawdust, and asbestos engulfs the genuine survival rations salesman.
Shit.
The weapon licks their lips.
That's the taste of crab. Crab and sawdust. You've been selling me sawdust. There's nothing genuine about these genuine survival rations.
Did you never actually open any of them before?
At least he never tried to sell them a monorail.
I
Didn't want to waste any. The Greater War could be any moment. The weapon's one remaining eye squints, slowly turning its glare to the genuine survival rations salesman. His fur is now drenched in sweat. It's puddling on the floor below him.
He is literally terrified of the weapon. They are a tall, gangly reaper gripping a long, gangly scythe.
Aha! Oh, no. There must have been a mistake.
The genuine survival rations salesman bursts a sack of non-genuine asbestos poisoning rations, disappearing inside the cloud of inedible dust. When it clears, he is gone. Not literally. You can see him sprinting down the lane that once glowed brilliant yellow from the daffodils his great-grandfather once peddled.
Gods, to think I'd fall for this brain-dead shit. Idiot, fucking idiot.
Damn. Man, I kind of feel for them.
Yeah.
That fucking sucks. To be like to be so scared that you feel this is the only way you can retain some agency over that,
Yep.
and then to have that taken advantage of, like that's fucking awful. I know it's sometimes easy to feel like you can make fun of preppers, but like when people are taking advantage of others' fear like this, it's fucking awful, man.
Yep.
They slam the door shut, stumble to their living room, and slump into their seat.
Why am I like this? Fucking idiot, obsessed. As pliable now to this charlatan as I was to high command. Insane. I've made myself insane.
You do seem to spend most of your leisure time catastrophizing. That's probably not very good for your brain. Tap your head. Trust me, I know a lot about things that are bad for your brain.
Can you blame me? We stand on the brink. Would things be different if we could see it, I wonder? Would people like you understand if, over Blue Hills, the bomb hovered, frozen in the air, never more than a few moments from killing us all? If we were sane and unbroken, we would ransack the places making them. We'd burn them to the ground. We should imprison, shoot even, the people responsible. But we do not. We are powerless. And so instead we picnic in the bomb's shade.
Their head slumps into their hands.
What will we do, I wonder, when it finally bursts? When our new sun burns bright? Will we scream, pray? Listen to the singing on the radio evaporate into static? Or will we look to it and, as our eyes turn to steam, whisper, thank you?
That sounds scary.
You don't want to keep maybe pressuring them on this?
Actually, yeah. Isn't that kind of an exhausting way to live?
It is, but I've seen it, little rat. I've seen behind the nation's mask. I know that it would sooner see us all turn to vapor than let the free market fall to the Reds. When the greater war breaks out, our lives are forfeit.
The weapon seems to have calmed themselves down. They sigh.
What if we went for a walk in the woods? It's good for you, actually. When I was looking for parsnip, the woods filled me with an indescribable feeling of bliss and contentment, despite the curse of sentience.
I'm not entirely sure I understood all of that, but you're right, the woods are...
They're almost incapable of using the word nice.
Okay. Part of me wonders if the bunker was just an excuse to traipse back and forth in them. Fine, tomorrow morning. Don't make me regret it.
I won't.
Aw, we made a friend. That's so sweet.
Friend acquired.
Friend acquired.
That's one we just saved.
Oh, that's okay. Aw. Yeah. All right, let's go pick up our drugs.
Time for the chemist.
Time to pick up our chems at the chemist. Your hormones await you at the chemist, supposedly. Again with you? Oh, right. No, we already knew that, right. Entering the chemist, you can see the Keeper of the Gate of Venus has resumed her post. She is still reading the same issue of Hetero Monthly. She is on her 5th reread.
She really likes the story about the heteros banging in a barn.
Nasty girl's right. She loves it. She loves barn sex.
I think she has some amount of good taste, eh, ladies, eh?
Ghastly! I think I'd rather die than have intercourse in a barn.
Yeah? How about I don't know, a stable?
Oh, wait, no, hold on. That was more pointed.
Yeah? I don't know. How about, I don't know, a stable?
Gasp! I forgot to pick up on the subtext. Sorry about that. I turned my subtext filter off for a little bit. It was really nice just hearing words for a little while. Words with no deeper meaning. The Keeper of the Gate looks up from her magazine. She heard you enter, and she's very annoyed at you for doing so.
Oh, it's you, Mr. Ghost, yes?
She's genuinely proud of herself for remembering your name.
How can I help you? Hello again. Can I have my prescription now? Assuming the other gatekeeper actually sent you the request, I mean. Of course, sir. May I ask your name? Didn't you literally just call me by my name a few moments ago? I don't think so, sir. Name? It's Ghost Ghosty.
I have a feeling if we're sassy to her, she's not even gonna notice.
Let me take a look.
The keeper of the Gate of Venus begins to fumble about behind the counter. She's playing a xylophone and making her mouth go. She starts practicing a new whisker bopping dance. She writes a 700-page novel. She reads the Daily Moon headline today, "Win for Blue Hills. New train line would cut costs, lower journey time, and reduce local automobile dependency. This project, we can confirm, has been canceled after the valiant efforts of the Blue Hills homeowner group." She runs in circles going, "Wee!" She picks up a big piece of glass and smashes her head through it as a bit. Eventually, she picks up the paper bag containing your prescription and walks back over to you.
Thanks.
The keeper of the gate sneezes on you.
Achoo! Bless me.
She titters to herself.
That'll be 20 pounds, please. There's a pride parade this week. Does that mean I can have them for free on account of me being a bit fruity? No. And on Pride Week, too.
The keeper of the gate wriggles the fingers of her little outstretched hand. You rummage through your bag and fish out 20 Anglian pounds. The face of St. Donsite looks up at you. "I am a coin," her eyes seem to say. You nod. She is a coin.
Well,
Screw this. I want to do at least one crime before we're done here.
okay, you want to try it? Number 4, that is?
The difficult to try and flip her off before leaving?
Is number 4 the one you want to do?
Actually, I think I'll keep a hold of this. I'm thinking of investing in daffodil bulbs in case they... Literally just grab the bag. Yeah, let's literally just grab the bag and run.
All right.
Screw it.
Failure.
You slip on a split container of lube and faceplant directly into the floor. Drop the hormones and see 3 little birdies in a feathery biplane start tweeting and fluttering around your head as your eyes spin. Those birds aren't real. You're hallucinating.
Sir, I will call for the police.
She picks up her telephone, realizes it isn't plugged in, and then just shouts really loudly.
Police, we have a criminal here. All right, we got no hormones. Almost have a panic attack despite the lack of actual danger and scamper away from the chemist forgetting to pick up your hormones.
Fuck!
You
Eventually find yourself narrowly avoiding an asthma attack some distance away from the chemist. There aren't any Razors following you, so you're probably safe.
Well, that fucking sucked. We're so bad at crime.
I take absolutely no ownership over this nonsense. I suppose the fact that you gave them the name Ghost means the repercussions of this will never catch up to you. So there's that.
Unless Ghost is her real name.
Unless Ghost is her real name, yes.
This does not bop. Now how do I get hormones?
Lights a cigarette and shrugs. Steal them?
Steal them? But that's a crime. It's illegal to steal, nasty girl.
That's why it's so cool, idiot.
The cold autumn air stings your sad little face. It's time to move on. Oh, the consequences of my actions.
Yep. We have now officially accomplished none of our goals aside from the roof. Oh, and the sheep. We got the roof and the sheep. The roof won't matter much when we lose our house tonight, but...
Your landlady is home now. Oh, your landlady is home now. Or rather, your landlady is not busy now. If you plan on paying your rent, you should head over to Little Donking with 100 pounds.
we have not got 100 pounds.
Fucking A, man. Cryptids? Religion? House snake?
We can try religion. Yeah,
There's a shrine dedicated to St. Donsite in this clearing, apparently. It's a little hard to find. Oh me, oh my! Aren't the woods simply splendid this time of year? The perfect backdrop for getting in touch with Her Holiness, methinks. It's true. Golden light shines warmly through the orange leaves. The world is bathed in honey, caramel. A white feather drifts through the trees ahead, caught in the breeze. A ladybug lands on your nose, skitters about, and then departs.
Yawn? Boring. Woods are for beastie hunting, not God bothering.
Her Holiness always comes first, nasty girl. Your beastly beasties can wait. The clearing doesn't live up to its name. It's covered in trees and undergrowth. Some particularly scary-looking brambles are eyeing your girly little arms. It's going to take some searching to find this fucking shrine.
Let's start by tensing our brain really hard in an attempt to divine the location of the shrine through sheer willpower.
A sharp, stabbing pain hits your brain. A little trickle of blood spills from your left nostril.
Ah! I think I just gave myself brain damage.
What else is new?
Let's do it again.
The pain repeats, worse this time. A jet of blood sprays from your right nostril and paints a bush red.
Ah! Why did I do that?
Am I expected to answer that?
Let's search inside our own clothes, just in case.
You strip off your clothes and check inside them. Nope. No shrine. Except to Musk. No name tags either.
Ah, woo! Don't put it back on. We're in the woods. You're supposed to be naked.
No, Ghost, darling, you can't be naked in the woods.
Yes, you can. Here's right now, idiot.
Let's put our clothes back on so Mia doesn't have to draw any additional backgrounds.
Cuck. Brain cuck.
Let's search inside a burrow.
The burrow is just about big enough for an especially inept woman to poke her head into it. It's dark. There's no evidence of what might be inside.
Let's peer into the darkness from a safe distance.
There is no shrine down there, but there's something. A skittering sound echoes from somewhere deep inside the earth. Hedgehog. Hodgehog.
Hedgehogged.
You have a hog, don't you?
Let's search the long grass.
A sudden sharp pain runs up your leg. Doesn't hurt much, but you're quite prissy and notice it immediately.
Youch!
I think that was a tick. You have Lyme disease now. Sorry, Ghost.
A fate as bitter as the limes themselves. Shake your head wearily and get back to traipsing through the grass.
I've been thinking, Ghost. You and St. Dawnsight aren't so different from one another, you know?
We aren't?
No. Two basically normal women who have been, by the people of your country, transformed into something you are not. Her, a saint, and you, a transsexual demon on a quest to break down society. One who seeks to bring about the end times. The fall of the Impero Italiano.
Okay, but she's a queen. That's not that normal.
Okay, sure. Fine.
A lovely analogy, darling, but not entirely true. Saint Dawnsight isn't a normal woman. She's the divine itself. Her golden hair shields us from the darkness, and her warm arms protect us from the cold. She is nothing like us, and if you continue your blasphemy, I shall have to set you on fire.
See what I mean?
Let's search the horrible bramble bush.
You search the brambles to no avail. All that hides inside the bush is pain. Pain and bugs.
Youch! The whole world is against me. Kick the bramble bush.
Just as all hope seems lost, you spot it. A weird green rock.
Let's investigate the funny green rock.
Can't believe we got Lyme disease. It's a weird green rock. Moss and lichen cling to it like scabs.
Let's peel away a little bit of the moss and don't do anything weird with it.
Oh.
I make us do one bad decision once, and now all of a sudden you're like, I'm on the straight and narrow.
You're missing on some primo nutrients, babe.
Behind the moss there is a stone. It has some kind of marking engraved into it, but it remains mostly obscured.
Holy crackers, this is more than just a weird green rock. Peel away the rest of the moss.
Behind its green, fuzzy blanket hides the shrine. It's inelegant, modest. A small crown carved into the only thing setting it apart from any other rock.
It's an older one, from before things got too out of hand on the idolatry front.
What now, Ghost? Might I suggest paying our respects to Her Holiness? Oh, our golden shield, oh, our divine.
Golden shower.
Uniter of all peoples and strongest of all maidens. Oh, our queen, oh, our saint.
Golden shower. Hello? This thing on? No one will listen to me?
Give it a try, darling. Say a little prayer for the halcyon days.
Let's kneel in front of the shrine and pray. Not much else we can do at this point.
The moment you kneel, your knees start to hurt. Pillow princess trait. God damn it. Coming for bottoms everywhere, are we? You wriggle about until you find a comfortable position and then make communion.
Saint Dawnsight, Your Holiness, are you there?
There is no response.
Maybe she's asleep.
Asleep? Tsk, never. Try again, darling. Sometimes the line gets a little fuzzy.
Saint Dawnsight, oh, shine upon me your golden light. I said it in gold.
Nothing.
Bored. Can we go now?
I guess. I really did want to talk to her, though.
You'll get another chance one day, Ghost. She's always watching over us, you know.
Clearly. Well, that was a waste of time. Do you feel any more religious, Ghost?
We gotta read 4. I've become less religious, actually. I fully intend to find and slay the Creator in whatever disgusting form it takes. I spit on your idolatry. There is no god but mammal. Yawn sight, more like spit on their idolatry, but have the wind blow the saliva right back onto your cheek.
Well, how do we feel vis-a-vis religion?
It didn't seem to work, so not really, no.
Puh! Then try harder.
I think I'll be okay, actually.
Tisk! You'll be okay, but only because of her golden light shining for your soul. Rotate them saves.
10.
We only have time for one more action today.
And it can't be to pay our rent. What do we want to cap it off with?
Cryptids?
Sure.
Cryptids. You're struck by the sudden realization that there could be cryptids hiding in the woods. What better way to spend time than to go look for them? Either that or house snake? Sex party, yeah! Let's go run around in the woods going pss, 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 but
Sure.
in a slightly scared way.
Sure.
We're spending a lot of time in the woods today. I like that.
Getting used to where we'll be living from tomorrow on.
Yep.
So, would you like to remind me why we're out here again?
Shrug. Looking for cryptids. I'm bored and it might make for some good filler content.
Looking for... There aren't any cryptids around here.
Wrong. The woodland stranglepuss may well be lurking around any corner, behind any tree.
The what?
Snaggle pussy.
Bickering done with, you return to your hunt. A chain link fence topped with razor wire leers at you. A deeply yonic gash invites you into the cordoned off area. Or out, depending on how freaky your kinks are.
This is Amod land. The remnants of a base to be used in the event that Anglia was invaded. It's abandoned now. It was never needed.
This seems like the kind of place a creature would live.
It seems like the kind of place unexploded ordnance would live. Don't get yourself killed, Ghost.
You're not my mother. Climb through the gaping wire vagina and begin hunting for ghoulies.
You catch your arm on a bit of metal as you pass through. It scratches you and you whine like a whiny girl as some strange bacteria enter your bloodstream. Oh,
All right,
good.
now we've got lockjaw and Lyme disease.
Sweet. You delve and maybe we can just eat food out of a dented can tonight as well. Just cap it all off with botulism. You delve into the eerie, forgotten woodlands and immediately eat shit by tripping over something.
Youch.
Watch out, Ghost. There's an undetonated landmine there. Don't trip on... Oh. Sorry.
A glint of light off the rusty metal. You see yourself reflected in it for just a moment. You climb back to your feet and dust yourself off. Your clothes are damp. The woods are moist. Humid, even.
Let's don't poke it.
The shells of dilapidated structures surround you, leer over you. This place smells of moss and earth soaked in diesel. It smells nice, but also not nice. Like a pretty lady.
Let's check out the big concrete pyramid.
The big concrete pyramid, for lack of a better name, is empty. It's almost entirely hollow with horrendously thick walls. You feel ever so small inside it.
A bunker used for storing munitions. If it explodes, the explosion is contained within. If the base outside explodes, the walls stop the munitions in here from exploding. Clever. It's similar to the pyramids that live beneath the waves of the American Sea. Temples belonging to the Serpent People so long ago.
Okay. What? The American Sea?
Hold on, what? Coated on the outside with red, a blood-soaked faith to hold back the apocalypse. This pyramid only holds faith in the munitions that were once stored inside. Empty now. Either Anzite was averted, or they no longer care to prevent it.
You're in a big empty space. There's only one course of action.
Hello? 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 Hello?
Your voice echoes back at you.
Really helps you hear how you actually sound to normal people. Deep, booming, loud.
Let's tap the small concrete pyramid.
2.
Leviathan's teeth. Anti-tank defenses, prepared in case of invasion. No longer needed. Left behind. A reminder of a battle never fought. So much was built, just in case. All of it forgotten.
Point at the little railway track. Choo-choo! Choo-choo!
It leads into the other structures, or it did at some point. A convenient way to transport heavy military equipment around the complex. I find it fascinating how much planning went into this place, only for it to be discarded. The war that never came. You mammals are a strange bunch. So inefficient, so self-confident in and dedicated to your plans and schemes, only to forget about them forever. If the subject matter were less grim, I'd almost be proud.
Choo-choo!
Choo-choo.
Let's head into what appears to be some kind of warehouse.
The inside of the warehouse isn't. It's just a single wall, no floor, and a flooded basement, which you almost fall into. It reeks of decaying plant life and chemical runoff.
More like warehouse. Lol.
This used to be the storage area for military equipment. Motorcycles and tanks, mainly. The basement used to store tools and spare parts, but now mostly just stores rainwater and frogs.
Frogs. Froggy. Ribbit. Peer into the basement in case you spot a frog.
A ripple in the water. It's a frog! Hooray! Doesn't hold a candle to my swimming pool, I'm afraid.
Let's be very quiet and listen.
A faint wind, but otherwise all is silent. No cryptids, sadly. Still, the woodland air is refreshing, and the sound of nothing heals you.
Where are all the cryptids? This menu full of just looking at stuff is annoying me. I'm
You
bored.
don't want to poke the mind some more?
I don't. I
It
want to
doesn't
see
say
some
end
more
the game
beings or
immediately on
things,
it.
etc. Regardless.
Too fucking right. Yarn. Boring. When are the cryptids turning up?
The cryptids?
When are the cryptids turning up?
Never, most likely. That's one of the core tenets of being a cryptid.
A rustle in the undergrowth nearby. Something moving through foliage seemingly as erratically and scarily as possible. As possible.
What the fuck was that?
That was a bird. They fell asleep mid-flight, crash-landed, and are now thrashing about confused. They'll be fine. You need to calm down, Ghost. You're a little on edge.
Can you blame me? Cryptids could be anywhere.
Given that they are not real, I highly doubt that.
A branch snaps in the distance. Was it the distance? Maybe it was closer. Maybe it was right behind you.
Hit Alt
Maybe
again.
it was directly next to the space bar in the location where the
God
Alt key
damn it.
is.
Oh, I dare say that's enough adventure for one day. Let us make haste to our warm, safe home, yes?
Oh my god, you're such a pussy, lovely lady.
Another branch snaps, this one close.
Fuck, oh fuck, what the fuck was that?
It was a dead branch crackling in the wind. Get a fucking grip, you three.
Time to run.
Snap.
Run.
Oh, yes! You leg it, leaping back through the fence and out of the ruins. Whatever is after you follows, crashing through the vegetation with far more ease than your clumsy little body. Oh my gosh, oh my gosh! Oh me, oh my, I'm scared, everyone!
We're gonna fucking die as Pops, I'm so scared.
We'll be fine. There is no danger. Just stop.
The path forks. To your left, a small hill. Rotten wooden planks have been placed along the path as makeshift steps. To your right, the trees give way to a clearing encroached with bramble bushes. Hurry! It isn't far behind.
Stop and turn around. Die, possibly? I beseech thee, cryptid, make it quick.
There's nothing there. Ah!
See?
Rub your eyes. No, I don't see. There's nothing there. Stand up straight. Oh, there's nothing there, lol. How silly of us.
You don't want to
Brush
start
yourself
running again
off.
because it's invisible? Us?
Goodness, we all got so worked up for nothing. How silly, titter.
We all?
We pissed ourselves over fuck all. God, if the boys could see me now, they'd be calling me some real nasty fucking slurs.
We pissed ourselves?
Shake your head. A day that shall go down in infamy. Piss day.
Whatever. I say we leave this whole debacle behind us and find something better to do with your day, yes?
We may have ended our hunt empty-handed today, but the truth is still out there. Cathedrals exist everywhere if you have the eyes to see.
Yay! Game save!
Oh wait, we're back to the top. That's the end of day 4. Your eyelids grow heavy, weighed down by 6 actions worth of sleepy dust. The golden light calls for you. The feeling inside you. Does it change? No, but it is different. White feathers, countless eyes, flame. It is still there, but it sleeps. It sleeps. She does not. It's okay. She loves you all the same. Thump! And we'll have to find out what happens on day 5. Next time? The
Next
final
time?
sode? Probably? Just kidding, it's right now.
Wah!
Thump.
Ghost, you okay there?
Why does my head hurt so much?
'Cause you just fell out of bed. Wanker.
Why did I fall out of bed?
Because someone is knocking at your door, and you subconsciously tried to go answer it while you were still in dreamland.
Bitch said Dreamland.
Day 5, the ones who made this ladyverse worth it. I went back after we finished recording last episode, and according to all information I could find on this game, it looks like this is just what our ending is.
Okay.
So let's see what we got here. The knocking at your door sounds increasingly competitive.
Let's go downstairs and open the front door to meet our landlord and get evicted.
It's not, I think it's a weapon.
Okay.
You open your front door. What will be behind it? Cold air, mostly. Autumn is growing old.
Morning. Excuse me, but you're blocking my front door.
Your landlady barges past your slightly confused acquaintances and huffs. Her automobile is still running in the background, growling for her.
It's 9 o'clock, woman. People with jobs are up by now, you know? I'm awake.
Your landlady looks at you up and down. You're very clearly half asleep.
Barely. I made myself very clear that if you did not pay your rent by yesterday evening, I would be taking action to secure my cottage from your squatting. If I was a worse woman, I'd not even give you notice, but unlike you, I respect others, not exploit them. You need to be out of this place in a week. I will be charging for any damage, so don't you dare sell any of the copper to the local, good-for-nothing birds.
Your landlady turns and storms away.
Wait, can't I pay you in a day or two? I'll get money.
Your landlady stops, back still to you, and clenches her fists.
No, I made my terms very clear. I know your type. Mark my words, if I don't get you out of this place in a month, you'll have made off with all the metal and roof tiles like one of those people.
She just had to desperately restrain herself from dropping an ethnic slur.
Thanks, Orb. Your landlady clambers into her automobile and drives away. She is furious. The weapon is quiet. They're not all that surprised you didn't pay your rent. We have 37 pounds. We had at most 57 to work with if we didn't fix our roof. The weapon doesn't stand too close. They keep looking off into the woods. They are still eager to get moving, though.
I'm eager to get moving. We going for a walk or not? I think so, yes.
Aww. The weapon turns and starts marching towards the woods, a slight limp on their left leg.
Gonna be some great conversation on this walk, huh?
It's okay. I think the weapon is just warming up to the weird shit that comes out of my mouth. I'm sure we'll have a lovely time.
I'm sure.
And here we are, together still. You really do seem to love me. Really, don't you? It's like you enjoy the nightmare. I'm glad, though. I enjoy your company. Oh, so much.
I'll be getting rid of you soon when I get my HRT, I promise.
If you get your HRT, whatever happens, just know that I'm with you. I'm with you to the end. ghost.
Daffodil Lane is quiet now. It might snow next week. A zeppelin disappears into the clouds above Blue Hills. Another day in our lovely Ladyverse.
So, is this it? We just keep going on? We just continue like this day after day after day?
That's generally how life works, yes.
I thought it was the end. Look at the player. Of the game, I mean.
The end? How sad! I was having such a darling time.
Time doesn't just have an arbitrary cutoff point, Ghost. It keeps going, and it never ends.
Until you die, eh?
Until you die, yes. Fortunately, I'm fairly certain we aren't dying just yet.
It'll take a while for the lime to kick in.
It'll take a while for the lime disease to take us. Yeah, exactly. If we don't... It's kind of... I think it's really nice that we made friends with the weapon, actually. Like... Aww!
Hey,
That's so sweet.
this was good.
This was such a great game. Oh, I'm so glad we came back and played those 6 minutes.
Yeah. Dang, now I gotta play through the other routes.
Yeah, because there's so much to do. If you looked at the achievement thing as we were on the pause screen for a bit there's so many things to do in this game. Holy crap. And just by looking up some, like, what information there is, there's not a whole lot documented yet about this game. Some kind soul in the itch comment section put together an endings guide, at least. But in terms of, like, videos and stuff, I found maybe one other person who's played this on YouTube. And that's it. So... go out there and play this. Do some of the other things. Do more nasty girl stuff. All right.
Achieve any goal.
Achieve any goal. There you go. Oh, it looks so much fun. Like, I think there is actually a way to pay off your rent.
Almost assuredly,
Almost
it would
assuredly
involve
there
doing
is.
one's job.
I think there's also multiple ways you can just straight up die.
Nice.
So that's fun. That's always fun, right? Who doesn't love non-standard game overs? Anyway, again, drop down to the description below. Go get it on itch. Go play it for yourself and support these devs, because this is truly one of the best written games we've read in a while.
Yeah.
So please. We'll see you all next time, everyone. Bye.
Off to live in the Doomer's Cave. Peace, y'all.
Yay.
Smash that like, comment and subscribe.